to the abnormally low quantity of people out there watching. I am HazeDream, I am your host, and I'm gonna bring you some fucking Protoss versus Terran action here on the map, Metalopolis. To the top, we have the Terran player who goes by the alias of Linko. He's probably of Korean descent, let's not deny that. And he is the red Terran. And on the bottom left, we have the blue Protoss, who is Liquid Tyler, aka NonY. Everyone knows him, he's a pro gamer from America. And as a matter of fact, I have a story. Pre-Dark Days, Artosis was putting up these videos when he was in Korea and shit. And he went out there when NonY was trying to attempt to get his pro gaming license for Brood War. And NonY got all the way to the finals, and he lost to a Korean Zerg. Yeah, and that probably took a lot out of the guy. But never mind, he's not really playing much. As you could see early in this game, they were talking a little jibber-jabber bullshit on the bottom. And NonY was denying the fact that he plays this game a lot anymore. He probably doesn't, but you know what? I'm sure he still plays 3 hours a day at least. Unless he has a good construction job or some shit, Let me know if you have a good job, NonY. We can, I could, deliver pizza to your house, or you can come to my restaurant. It's a pro restaurant. Nevertheless, these players have gotten some scouts, and you can see Linko's SUV still. Well, now he's evacuated from NonY's main, and he's gonna head back to his main with the rest of the Terran overpowered units. A factory's going down here for Linko, and also a bunker in his choke ramp, and nothing out of the ordinary here. A sentry being spawned here with the early core, 1 gate, and robotics. Very standard play here from NonY. And this orbital command here, it's looking like it just spawned, but it probably spawned before that. I'm not too sure. I'm just too much caught up in talking shit. That bunker is a full bunker of Marines there. It must be a cockfest in there and sweaty, unless you put a Marauder or a medic in there. But medics are not in the game. They probably will be when this expansion comes out for this game. Who the hell knows? Who the fuck knows? And this robotics, as you can tell, the robotics is rallied all the way to Linko's main. So more than likely, it's probably an observer in there. I mean, I don't think you want to send an Immortal in there by itself. It's probably not a good idea against Marines. Immortals against Marines turns me off like nothing else. It seems to me like they can't kill a single Marine sometimes. I don't know. Warp technology is almost done here, completed. A reactor going down on this barracks. And we're going to see which kind of tech he's going to go for, which research that Linko will be heading towards. This observer is well on its way to Linko's main. Some gateways being warped into warped gateways, which is definitely very sexy. You have to always do that. I can't imagine macroing without it, because I'm a noob, so... No, I'm not in fucking platinum. Here we go. SCV heading out here. And this SCV is going to plant down a nice command center. It's just freshly started. This observer, let's see NonY's vision here. Let's see what he spots. He sees the command center. Good game. Alright, NonY, that basically means you should probably, take those 400 minerals and make a nice nexus. Make a nice, juicy new nexus for the picking. Get those nice minerals out of it, those patches. Oh, it's so exciting. Look at these siege tanks coming out here, and siege mode is being upgraded now. This nexus goes down. We have 3 warp gates now. So 3 warp gates and a robotics for NonY. And Linko here is beginning to... It's starting to look like a swamp over here. I can almost see all the turtles beginning to float above the water here. It's pretty scary, it scares me a lot. Terran. That's what Terran does. This nexus is about halfway completed, and this command center is pretty much ahead of that nexus, obviously. NonY's gonna gather his little troops here of sentries and zealots, and also a Twilight Council is well on its way being prepared from NonY, and a force field being put down from a sentry as if it's a challenge. And this command center is going to float its way to the natural, and let's see if it could plan its way down there. This sentry's going to be a bitch, and he's not going to let this command center. This command center probably weighs, I don't know how many tons. It must weigh like 145,000 tons, and this little sentry here is preventing it. Another force field going down. Some turtles in siege mode here, and let's see if this command center is already being delayed at least maybe a minute, which is a bitch. These sentries are going to start lasering this this command center. This is a pretty good delaying here, delaying the turtle. But the lake is beginning to spread as some units being warped in here and Zealot legs beginning upgraded. And look at this, we have some Templar archives. We have Templar archives being chrono boosted. Yeah, there it is. Chrono boost, start chrono boosting that storm, because you're gonna probably need it, NonY. Because the turtle is well on its way. This observer is getting all this vision. He's seeing this turtle in the makings, but he will lose his life now. The observer goes down, and a raven is also out. So detection is out for the Terran player. Aerial born, and Zealot legs is almost completed. So we might have a war incoming in the next maybe 3 minutes. We'll see what NonY's backed out from. He's not even thinking about attacking that natural without the legs out and the storm. He's obviously not a noob. He's a pro gamer. What do you do? And a scan is being scanned right in the natural. He's gonna see these sexy ass High Templars, and he knows storm is coming. So the Terran player is probably prepared. This barracks floated around, lands down. You can see a whole shitload, a whole orgy of tech labs here. We got one on the starport, on the 3 barracks, on the factory, you know, everywhere. Barracks beginning to float. So yes, he will use this barracks as a scouting device. As if we've seen some APM. You saw that APM? Pretty impressive. I mean, it's not 200 shit, but you know, who gives a shit about APM? It really matters how you use the actions, not just spamming, you know, clicks. Medevac also being produced here, and a Ghost Academy. So we're going to see some ghosts as well. This observer is going to see this barracks, and this barracks, let's see what linko sees here. Let's look through the eyes of a Korean. Oh, he's going to get attacked from these sentries. Are going to harass it, make it move back. He sees a whole shitload of Zealots coming up. So now the Terran player is alert. Siege beginning. Siege tanks are taking some fire on these Zealots, but they just eat it. They don't care. And this observer is going to take a look here. But this Raven sees it. And the observer goes down. Nice. Waste another fucking 100 gas. This is not, you know, I don't like losing 100 gas, man. Come on, NonY. Well, he's got 6 gateways of robotics. And we got 2 factories here. One with a reactor here for linko. He's going to get some Hellions. And he's going to begin that Hellion research on the flame. And this beautiful storm gets an orgy of Marines. And these storms are doing very effective damage on these tanks as well. As NonY pretty much breaks the front of linko's swamp. And he's gonna begin turtling again, obviously. Get the units coming out, he's gonna macro, he's just gonna start again, as NonY will put down a second expansion to the 6 o'clock position here. Alright, so NonY's up in bases. If that one gets up and saturated, he does have a beautiful shot as beating this cookie Terran. And some weapon upgrades for mechanical units here for the Terran player as well. And NonY as well will get ground weapons 1, and as you can see, a Thor on the battlefield. I'm not gonna do that. You know, that's so 727, isn't it? Fuck that. All right, here we go. This barracks floating its way, and we're gonna see what linko sees here. What's he gonna see in this natural here? He sees the 4 stalkers warping in, and that barracks will begin to jet out of there. He does not want to get that scouting device taken down. And these Terran units of linkos, this ball of Terran is going to head down there. Another Thor spawning. These Hellions with their newly upgraded fire, their blue fire, indigo fire, beginning to spray their love on these Protoss units. And he's going to start building bunkers out here. He's gonna start swamping up a bog over here near NonY's shit. Alright, these Zealots gonna run in, some storms going down on all the clusterfuck of units in Terran. And doing a pretty nice amount of damage, but ooh, that storm did a nice healthy amount of damage on those 2 siege tanks, didn't it? Very nice, sexy. And NonY was gonna back out here, but he's gonna start warping in a couple of more Zealots. These Zealots are going to rush in, try to do as much damage as they can, but these Terran units seem so strong to me. I don't know, is it a little overpowered with the many? I don't know. These Marauders and Hellions, and there's a lone Ghost over there taking some nice sniper shots over there. These Zealots are going to run in, hold back the Terran a little bit. They're going to run back as these Stalkers begin pounding this bunker. Zealots blading their way through the bunker's metal, and that bunker will go down. Point defense drones going down from the Raven. Look how effective these Ravens are being. Very impressive. These Zealots run in. They're going to try to clean up all of this Terran shit. And this medevac looks like it's healing the door. If it's healing the door, that would be a little too much. That would be a little powerful. As I begin to choke, some more High Templars are being warped in here. A couple more Storms probably be salvaged, and some defensive upgrades also for NonY are going down, but more upgraded weapon damage for the mechanical units of linko, which is the problem. These Hellions are going to come in and try to take these High Templars out. These High Templars are storming the shit out of these Hellions, going to make them run away. Wasteful storms, but what are you going to do? It almost seems like the game's over. That's a nice storm, though. Gets a couple of Hellions to go down there. And this third expansion, it's actually second expansion, is beginning to get saturated here. But look at this Terran ball of shit. What is he going to do with a couple of Stalkers? The storm going down on these Terran units, doing a substantial amount of damage, I'll tell you that much. But this overpowered Medivac, and it's just too much. And NonY has left the game, and ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed it.